Hey guys, would you like to learn how to properly repair rods and how to repair cork so you don't see giant chunks out of your handles, replace guides, wrap and coat them, and all that good stuff? Then check out this next video. In fact, this is going to be the first part of a 4-part video series from repair to catch. These next 3 videos will be released for the next 3 Sundays. Like and subscribe, check out our channel, and stay tuned on how to get your rod prepped to replace your guide.
And visit us at zero-baits.com.
So today we're going to talk about, well, my dad being really drunk and fumbling around my boat and breaking rods, but more importantly, how to repair them. So stick around for the story and the action. Also, like and subscribe. Watch till the end if you want to see some updates on what we have going on and talking about some more rod builds. Also, check out our website. It's zero-baits.com. We sell a lot of soft plastics. We are launching our jig here very, very soon, and we'll be doing a video on, how we pour the jigs, the actual machining of the mold, and all that good stuff too. So, if you would, follow us. Alright, so on this video today, I've ran you through the story of why we're doing this, but here's what's got to happen. This chunk here, we want to repair this, so I'll show you how we're going to do that with some cork. And I'm not actually sure that's my dad's fault. I don't know exactly what happened there. We need to cut off and replace this guide. And do the same with this guide. And I have the guides ready for this. The one that we're going to replace the first double foot guide with, or the one closest to the handle, the biggest guide, it really doesn't match up with the set, but I think it'll work really well. And then I got an exact replacement for this one. See, I'll cut that thread just right off clean. And see, now that we've got both sides of the guide cut up like that, we're down through it, should be able to just pull that guide out just like that. And see, you can usually grab the thread and it'll kind of pull off in these big chunks if you're really good and careful. Like this. It makes it pretty easy, and that's kind of really what I like to do. But it's not always, that's just not always how it goes, and that's all there is to it. But you can kind of get under there with your razor if you're real careful and get it started. See, now for the most part that thread's off. We just need to very carefully cut the rest of this. And I bet what we can do is that instead of painting it, mask this off and just sand where the thread's going to be. See, I'm just trying to get that gold band to come up nice and smooth. They're really thin. I do like how it looks though. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to sand and paint. Probably overall be easier. Need to go grab a set of pliers. Probably. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. So that's out. Yay, awesome. Be nice and easy again. We're going to sand on this and get it prepped for paint. Not much to it. I always like to wet sand on rods because paint, all of this stuff, everything a rod's made out of clogs paper really good. You sand it wet and that kind of helps that out quite a bit. Alright, so we still got some nicks in this. This is going to need a little bit of work, but really that's about all it took. With, I mean, it's soaked in denatured alcohol and it's still somewhat damp, but I like to have some type of solvent on my rag. It doesn't have to be much. I mean, even like soapy water is fine, but something that's got a little bit of cleaning action is kind of nice when you're wiping stuff down, going through your wet sand. But I'm just going through and kind of seeing, you know, what's going to look bad under the paint and what's going to work, what's not. It won't be perfect, especially like on an ugly stick where it has texture on it. Between that guide foot, you're not really going to be able to see that texture anymore. But it shouldn't, I mean, really you should be able to get away with it pretty good, because it's such a small section. And that's, you know, it doesn't really do anything other than serve as a mainly the looks on the rod. Take out that nick from before too and paint it up. Why not? Not that I'm really concerned with how this rod looks, other than I just like to fix things to the best of my ability. Like, I'm not going to do the gold back on these wraps. I'm just going to use some size D black thread and wrap them. So let's see what we got. That's about as good as it's going to get. That's right where I need it to be. Try to keep as much paint on top as possible, because I don't exactly want to sand through the texture and the carbon down this low on the blank. You know, and kind of leave the paint in there, but you kind of just have to do the best you can too on these. These are like the ugly stick blank, the other crankbait blank I'm working on, but these composite blanks, right? The carbon or graphite into the glass. They're really the hardest blanks to deal with when it comes to doing repairs on and stuff like this, because of the work you got to put in. That and fiberglass blanks where you got to paint, but the fiberglass, it's kind of easier to work with than this stuff. Faster to work with. I don't know about easier. You can really go overboard on glass because it sands so easy. Alright. I just got to get this one. This one's going to look like it's going to go real quick. Yep, that's ready for paint now. And basically just putting gonna blend that in with some black paint and put a clear over it. and we'll be ready for the next guide. What we do got to do though is measure out where that guide went, which I mean I've already done that, but I forgot to share it in the video, and that's something you guys need to probably think about when you do this is, you know, take some measurements where the guides go first before you prep it and put them on. Super important, really easy step. And I mean, you can use whatever process you want with that. You just got to make sure that the guide's where it was supposed to go. So we're all set up and ready to paint, right? Now what I did is I put these tape lines around the rod, and that's where I know to fade to. So I don't want to paint solid to these. I want to fade out to them, or close to that. I know I cannot go any further than that tape. I did it on both sections. That's about all I'm going to do for masking it off. First we got to clean the rod prior to paint. Super important. This is my rag with denatured alcohol. I really like denatured alcohol, but I have a big shop that's very well ventilated, and most of the time I work with the doors up on top of that. You can't do that in indoor space. So isopropyl alcohol, the acrylic solvent, like this, like the Acrysolve auto body stuff, it's nowhere near as wicked as the denatured alcohol, smell wise. Still probably should be used in ventilated space, but I actually really recommend this stuff. It's awesome. So, built this little box so I can paint on my bench without getting overspray everywhere. Got this set up, got the tape there, got the rod rotating to kind of help me keep it even, right? So, here we go. That went really, really smoothly. My wife's calling me, but she's gonna have to wait. Oh, oops. Okay, we are okay. So let's check this out, guys. Gotta pick the camera up here. And keep in mind, this is still wet, so it looks really good and clear, right? Have to give that a second to dry out. So here's the next one. I'll be a little bit honest with you, the camera is doing me a favor and just making this look pretty good. But it does. Like, I mean, in real life, this would be a very, very good looking repair. Please like and subscribe our channel. Check us out at zero-baits.com. And keep following us to see next week's video and the video after that. We have 2 videos that will for sure come out next Sunday and the Sunday after. Thank you guys for the support.